This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. In this Business Intelligence Master program, so in today's session, we are going to talk about slowly changing dimension type 1. That is also known as the SCD1. Okay, type 1 or SCD1, all these are same, friends. Okay, so very important with respect to the real-time project. So most of our projects, we need to implement the data warehousing concepts, because ultimately whatever data comes, whether it's a sales, finance, whatever data, we need to show the reports. Okay, so to generate the reports, we need to have a dimensions, facts, all these things we are going to calculate. So as part of dimension, one of the most important dimension that we are going to do is we are going to have a SCD1 in our project. Okay, next we will have SCD2 also, but today I will give you complete overview on what is SCD0, SCD1, SCD2, what are the other SCDs we have, and what are the commonly used SCDs, and how to implement SCD1 today we are going to see. And tomorrow, or tomorrow, I think we are going to talk about SCD2. Okay, fine. In this session, we will learn scenarios, then mapping data flow actions, estimations, prerequisite, and required resources. Anyhow, you know all these things. Then demo. So we will create data like storage Gen2, and we will create Azure SQL database, and we will create Azure Data Factory V2. These three services we need. Then we are going to create the linked service for data like storage Gen2, linked service for Azure SQL DB. Then we will create dataset pipeline, debug pipeline, run pipeline with scheduled trigger, and monitor pipeline. So we are going to do all these things. Okay. So with respect to the scenarios, you see how to generate hash value for surrogate key. So this is the one of the thing that we do in real time. Okay, so most of the people, what they will do, they will just take the customer ID and they will show it. But we actually in real time, we want to do just take customer ID. We will generate hash value. Okay, hash value, what is the use of hash value is this particular hash value is the unique for that particular dimension. So these dimension keys, that is also known as this surrogate key, is nothing but a dimension key. Okay, these dimension keys we are going to reference in a facts. Okay, don't worry. So example, I will give you some idea about dimensions and facts. Okay, let's say you are the let's imagine Rama is the customer. He has purchased laptop, he has purchased mobile. Okay, and he has purchased in a two different dates. If I am keeping all these records in the same table, if I'm keeping all these records in the same table to store this data, so one Rama purchased laptop and a date I need to give. In the same way, one Rama mobile and the same date I need, some date, whatever date he has purchased. Same person Rama has purchased new item on same day. So one Rama and let's say book on same day. Now, if you look at this particular data, what you have observed in this data, one Rama is repeating every time when he purchases the data, complete details you are repeating. Whatever date came, that date also you are just repeating. Okay, so you know customers are the people who are not going to keep on changing. It's a transaction. If the transaction, if you made a payment, so you are going to keep on making the payments, right? So the amount that you are making payments, so all those change, those things will change. But customer who has registered in your organization, those customers will not change. Maybe their details may update. Some of their details may update. Example, person may move from Hyderabad to Delhi, Delhi to Hyderabad, or Bangalore to Delhi. Okay, Delhi to Bangalore, Bangalore to Hyderabad, something like that. People may move the location, and people may lose the mobile, or they want to change their mobile number. So people will change their mobile number, but customers are the fixed people, like static data. So very rarely this data will change. Okay, so instead of having one Rama multiple times, and his phone number, his address, all those things, instead of repeating every time when he purchased a new item, what we are going to do, we are going to keep a one Rama Bangalore. This is the phone number. This particular record we will keep it in a one table. I'm not moving the slides, I'm just explaining. I'm not sure how many of you are able to understand. Next, we will have a products, maybe all the products which are available. So you have laptop, watch, book, all those things. Next, dates, calendar dimension. That is called a calendar dimension, because the dates you cannot change it. It's a fixed. Nobody can change, right? So dates are fixed. So now If you want to finally understand the fact, what exactly has happened, so what you need to do, you need to take the customer table data, you need to take the product table data, you need to take the calendar date. So because products are fixed, you are not changing products, right? Products are fixed. So maybe if you add new product, you need to add it. If you have updated the product price, you just update the product price. That is also, product is one dimension. You are just changing, updating pricing or quantity, different quantity items you are introducing. So you are just going to insert a new record, or you are going to update the existing record. Next, if you look at the calendar, calendar is fixed. It is not going to change at any time, right? So now you have these three. Now I want to understand my actual fact that has happened. One Rama purchased a laptop on particular date. So then what you need to do, you need to join these three dimensions to get the actual fact. You understood? One Rama purchased a laptop on particular day. So you need to just join these three to understand what has happened. Okay, that is actually data warehousing concept, but I'm not sure how many of you understood. So that is the reality. Okay, so we need to reference all these dimensions in a fact. That's why we need to generate the hash value. What is this hash value exactly? Is you have a surrogate key. There is a transformation called surrogate key. What surrogate key will do is, surrogate key will generate values from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So it will keep on increasing, but that is not recommended. You will have performance issue if you keep generating values from 1 to 1 million or 1 billion, right? So because first number is a 1 digit, your 1 billion record is a like more than 1 digit, meaning it's some more than 5 digit, I can say, right? So now what you need to understand here is, when the length of that particular ID is changed, you will have a performance issue. That's why I think many of you have experience in data warehousing, right? So you already have seen. So whenever we are generating the key, we will generate a pixel length key, fixed length key. Okay, whatever surrogate key we are generating, it should be a pixel length. So that's why I'm going to generate hash value. But how you will generate the fixed number of number, and that particular number should be unique per each record. How you will do that is, you have some hash functions. You need to take that hash function. Okay, so hash functions, how it will work. When I say can you give me the hash value for Malaya, so it will give the one name. If I say can you give me the hash value for Cloud Pandit, it will give different value. If I say can you give me the hash value for Malaya plus Cloud Pandit, so it will give the different hash value. So these things will be, hash function is take care of everything, whatever data you give. So for that data, it is going to generate the hash value. Suppose 2 times you are applying hash value with this Cloud Pandit, 2 times hash value will be same, because hash value will be generated based on the data which you are providing. Okay, so that particular hash value will generate. Next, how to perform upsert using alter row transformation. We already have seen how to do the upsert. So we need to do the upsert today. Next, what is slowly changing dimensions? We are going to understand what is SCD. Then types of slowly changing dimensions. What are the different types of slowly changing dimensions we have? Then we are going to talk about what is slowly changing dimension 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we have many other SCD types, but we are going to focus on SCD type 1 and type 2. SCD type 0 means whatever data you got, you are not going to change it. That is nothing but a type 0. So in this particular session, I'm going to use source transformation, derived column transformation, alter row transformation, and sync transformation. Okay, these are the 4 transformations I'm going to use. Okay, it's pretty easy today lab. Next, we'll talk about what is slowly changing dimension. You see, as the name suggests, SCD allows maintaining changes in the dimension table in the data warehouse. Okay, maintaining changes in the dimension table. See, slowly changing dimension. So customer, you are going to change a phone number very rarely, or you are going to do it frequently? Very, very rarely you will do. That's why slowly changing dimensions. Okay, these dimensions are not going to change frequently, very slowly, very rarely these things are going to change. These are the dimensions that gradually change with time rather than changing on a regular basis. So these dimensions will not change regularly. Instead of that, these are going to change based on the like time. So like let's say as time goes, you may move to one place to another place, you may change your phone number, okay, whatever happens. So all those things you are going to update in your dimension. Next, when you implement SCDs, you actually decide how you wish to maintain historical data with the current data. So now what it means is, example, let's say one Rama, he is currently in Bangalore. Now this particular, he registered in my organization in 2016. Now 2020, 4 years later, he decided to move from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Now his location is changed to Hyderabad. Now we understood. Now the question is, do you want to maintain history record? History record means from 2016 to 2020 December, Rama is available in Bangalore, and from 2020 December, he is staying in a Hyderabad. So do you want to maintain complete information, or simply you want to say, okay, Rama is currently in Hyderabad. Rama is in Hyderabad currently. So do you want to maintain just a current record, or you want to maintain an entire historical data? Along with the history, you want to maintain current data, or you don't want historical data? I don't require the history data for my business, so then you are going to leave those things. That is depends on SCDs. What type of SCD you are using, based on your requirement, you need to select the SCD. I will tell you in which SCD we are going to store history data, in which SCD we are now going to store the historical data. Dimensions present within data warehouse. Remember, dimensions presence in a data warehouse. But today I am not going to create the data warehouse for this, but tomorrow I will show you. The reason is, because when we go to the data warehouse, I need to show you the polybase, okay, how to load the data with polybase and the bulk insert. We already have seen that, isn't it? So I hope everybody know. But if I show everything in one day, you will confuse. That's why first I will do all these implementation in database. It will be easy, and then I will tell you, once you have dimensions in data warehouse, how you can do that. Because ultimately dimensions will be there in a data warehouse, remember. Okay. Commonly used dimensions are customers, calendar, products, and so on. These are the simple examples that I want to give you. Okay. Understood, friends? Everybody understood? Now let's talk about types of slowly changing dimension. You see the various types of SCDs are SCD 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a total these many types. Total how many types? 7. So including SCD 0. Okay. Now we'll talk about what is SCD 0 first. Slowly changing dimension type 0, or you can say SCD 0. No changes allowed, dimensions never change. Once we have a table data, this table data is not going, it is not allowed you to make any change. It will not allow you to update. It will not allow you to do anything. It will not allow you to do any changes. That is nothing but a SCD 0. This particular thing we won't do. Okay. So slowly changing dimension type 1. So this is important, okay, because this is one of the frequently implemented dimension, SCD type 1. What is SCD type 1? New data overrides the existing data. Okay, let's say previously one Rama Bangalore you have, that particular same person is now moving to the Hyderabad. Now what happens? One Rama Bangalore record will be overridden with one Rama Hyderabad. Okay. New data overrides the existing data. Next, update new record with old record directly. Update new record with old record directly. Okay, understood. New record with old record directly means, so you have a old record that is one Rama Bangalore. Now you are updating directly one Rama Hyderabad. Okay, update new record with old record directly. Next, this keeps only current data, does not maintain historical data. So what is the historical data? One Rama Bangalore, that particular record you are not storing. You are just removing that historical data. History you are not storing, you are just removing, and you are maintaining only the current data. You are just replacing the new data with the current data. Sorry, new data with the old data. You are replacing the new data with the old data. You understood? This keeps only current data, does not maintain historical data. With example, we will see. See, this is my historical data. This is the dimension which I have. Okay, customer ID, customer name, manager, city, okay, start date. Okay, so like this I have all this information. Okay, customer name, manager, city, start date, all this information I have. Next, if you go to the incremental, so what happens, somebody went to the bank, or you can say in some website, they have updated their details. If you look at the data which I have in the current dimension table is this one, but whatever data I'm getting today, you see a cust ID is 2, cust name is Rama, manager is Srinu, and the city is Bangalore. If you look at the customer ID, so customer ID is matching or not? Customer ID is matching or not? Yes. Meaning when the customer ID is matching, what it indicates is this is the existing record. So if it is the existing record, then what you need to do, you need to check here. You see Rama, customer name is same, manager is not changed, manager is also same, but previously was in Hyderabad, now he is moved to the Bangalore. You understood? Now he moved to the Bangalore. So what you need to do, take this entire record and you need to update here. Next, fifth one is the new record. You see, this is the second record, which is a common, and here if you look at here, these are the matching records. Okay, 2 is the matching record. Here you see 1, 3, 4 are the unmatched records. Next, if you look at the 5, this is the new record. Okay, now 1, 3, 4 are the old records. You understood? 1, 3, 4 are the old records. These records will not change anything. Okay, next, update records. So 2 is the updated record, so you need to update, and 5 is the new record, so that you need to insert. When you just do this, you will get your output something like this. But do not worry, so I'm going to generate the hash value here. I will show you that. Okay, practically I will show you. Next, just to see here, cust ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just look at the 2 Rama. What happened? Rama, Srinu, Bangalore. It became Bangalore from Hyderabad. But where is Hyderabad record? Hyderabad record is gone. Okay, next, fifth one. You just look at the fifth one. 5, Siva, Koti, Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai. It's a Mumbai. And the start date is some date, whatever date. You just say some get date function or something you can just use, or you just say when you are getting from the source itself, you will get this date. This date can be, you can generate your own date if you're not getting from the source. Otherwise, if you're getting from the source, you just use that particular date. But ultimately, you need to understand here, whatever data is updated, that data I'm updating in my final dimension. Is it clear to all of you what is SCD1? Vinod, clear?
Yes.
Chaitanya, thank you.
It's clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, see, these are the second one is the update record, and next you can see fifth one is the new record which is inserted. Okay, next, let's talk about SCD2. SCD retains the full history of values. Okay, this SCD2 retains the full history of values, meaning whatever historical data you have, that entire data it will keep in your table. When the value of a chosen attribute changes, the current record is closed. Means old record will be closed. What it means, because what happens is you will have an extra column called is active. Is active means, okay, so one Rama is in Bangalore from 2020 to 2016 to 2020. Is active flag is now 1. Suddenly what happened today morning, he moved to the Hyderabad. So now what happens, I need to update the dimension saying that 1 Rama Bangalore record, I need to say is active equal to 0. I need to put 0, and I need to use something called end date, till which date he was there here. Next I need to say, what I need to send is, I need to send new record. New record is 1 Rama Hyderabad. So from when he started living in Hyderabad, that start date I need to put is active equal to 1. I need to put, because he is active in Hyderabad now. He is not in a Bangalore, he is in Hyderabad now. So when the value of chosen attribute changed, somebody has moved from Bangalore to Hyderabad, or Hyderabad. to Bangalore. So those attributes has changed. Then what you need to do, current record we need to close. Let's say currently customer is in Bangalore, that Bangalore record we need to close. A new record is created with the changed data value, and this new record becomes the current record. Now what happens, whatever so when he moved to the new place, for him there will be a new record inserted, and this new record is going to be the current record for him. That will be the active record for him. Next, each record contains the effective time and expiry time to identify the time period between which the record was active. So from what time to what time he is in Bangalore, what time to what time he is in Hyderabad, all those things to know, we will have a effective time and expiration time. Okay, we'll talk about those things with some examples so that it will be easy for you to understand. That's the same example I'm taking. Okay, custody, custom manager, city. See here, I have a start date and updated date and is active. I have a start date, update date, and is active. So all these people are the currently active people. Okay, this is history. This is the dimension which is there in a dimension table. This is the new data which I'm getting. Okay, same 2 and 5. So here you know, right, already 2 is the common one, and these are matching records. If you look at the 1, 3, 4, these are the old records. There is no change in 1, 3, 4. If you look at the fifth one, this is the new record. Okay, now 1, 3, 4 are the old record. You see here 1, 3, 4 are the old records, 5 is the new record, and 2 is the updated record. Now when you implemented SCD2, you will see something like this. Okay, custody, cust name, manager, all these things, but you see 1, 3, 4, there is no change. Just focus on the fifth one. Fifth one is inserted recently, right? So Siva, Koti, Mumbai, and here start date and updated. So when this particular record is arrived into this particular system or updated date. So update means when this particular record came here. So this start date I'm getting from the maybe I can say this particular record came into the system. So both happened at once. So I received this particular record from the customer into the system on same day, and the same record I have updated in the dimension also on same day. Now this is the fifth record which is inserted into your dimension. If you look at the 2 here, what you are seeing here, you are seeing something. You see 2 Rama Srinu Hyderabad, and this is start date, this is updated date. So here you see previously 2 is the person who is in Hyderabad. Okay, he is in Hyderabad. Okay, from which date to which date he is in Hyderabad? You see 2019 0 to 01. From 2019 0 to 01, he was in Hyderabad till what date? 2020 0 to 01, because this is the updated date. So record came on this date, again record is updated on this date. So when this record is updated on the day, I have deactivated this particular record. So from this time to this time, he is in this particular dimension from 2020 0 to 01. Okay, on same day he moved from Hyderabad to the Bangalore. Okay, he moved from Hyderabad to the Bangalore, and currently he is in Bangalore. See, both happened on a same day. He came and updated in dimension on same day, but it is a current record. That's why is active equal to 1, because currently 1 Ramasrini is in a Bangalore, but previously the same person is in Hyderabad. How many of you clear on this, friends? See, you just have to focus whenever you see a common record. So this is the old record, 2 Rama Srinu Hyderabad, this one, like this particular date. You see here what happened, this date, but updated, I have updated when he left, right? So that is the 0. Next, 2 Rama Srinu Bangalore, this is the start date, and this is updated date, this is 1. This is why this is 1, because it's a latest record. This is the new record which is came into the system. Okay, next, so these are the, you can see these are the updated records. So this is the 2020 0 to 01 is the one which I have updated, and on same day it is started new record. So on same day I just deactivated and activated the new record, because he moved from Hyderabad to Bangalore. This is the fifth record which is just inserted into my dimension. Okay, everybody's clear, friends? Any doubts in this?
Sir,
If no doubts, yes, Nataraj?
if the same person has moved to another state, then it will be zero and
Yes,
present
yes.
everything is one.
Then what happens? There will be a one more record inserted, and that particular record will be the active record, and current record will go as a deactivate again. Entire history we are going to maintain. Okay. So overview diagram, how I am going to implement SCD1. So there are multiple ways. You can simply use joins, or the easiest way that we can do is by using a alter row, we can able to implement the SCD1. See, I'm just reading my source data, and I'm just calculating my hash value. Okay, once I have a hash value and my source data, this data, every row I'm just preparing for my upsert. Upsert means if the record is available, update it. If the record is not available, insert it. That's all I need to do. Then, okay, once this is done and you load this particular record, okay, you just going to look into your sync target table dimension. You are going to look into the dimension wherever the record is matching. Wherever the record is matching, those records will be updated. All other records will be inserted. Okay, I will explain in detail, don't worry. Next, execute data flow from pipeline. You know already from pipeline activity, data flow activity, we will used to execute the data flow, but data flow debug should be turned on. Next, mapping data flow actions. So we already finished on joins, conditional split, exist, union, lookup. So all these things I think lookup we have not covered, right? Yes, lookup I have not covered, I think. Lookup we covered or we have not covered, friends? I did not remember.
Yesterday we have covered Malaya.
Okay. So yeah, so lookup, yeah, we covered then yesterday. Mapping data flow actions. See here, derived column today also we are going to see, but we already learned. Select we already learned. Aggregate we learned. So surrogate key, if you want, I will show you today itself. So, but later also you can use surrogate key. But I will just do 2 labs if we have some time. So I will just show you surrogate key, how it will work. Instead of using derived column, you can also use the surrogate key to generate the unique values. Okay. Next, pivot. Pivot, unpivot, we have not discussed. Those things we will discuss. But window we discussed in depth. Then we discussed about filter, sort, and alter row. Okay. So we will see this alter row we are going to learn today, but this is very important for upsert. Most of our real-time requirement is we need to do the upsert. For that, we need to use the alter row. Try to understand this particular transformation in depth. Okay. Estimations, so I'm going to use the data lake storage gen 2 and the SQL server. So that's why one linker service for server, one linker service for my storage. So data sets I will create depends on the number of folders or the data that I need to read, and one data flow I will use, one pipeline I will use. To dispatch my data flow job on the Databricks cluster, I'm going to use the Azure integration on time. And the prerequisites or data lake storage gen 2, Azure SQL database, keyword, data factory, data flow, debug, schedule, trigger, linked service, data set activity, pipeline. So all these things we already know in detail, everything we are using from the beginning. Prerequisites, so required resources, we are going to create data lake storage gen 2, Azure SQL database, Azure Key Vault, and the Azure Data Factory we do. So these are the 4 resources we are going to use today. Okay, let me go and create these 4 resources quickly now. So yeah, let's start with SQL database. Let's click add to create this SQL database. Create new. So this is the resource group Cloud Pandit master program. A database name I can say Cloud Pandit SQL DB. Let's create this server. Pandit SQL server. So server is not available with the same name. So what I can do is turn to empty name. Okay, today date I have given and confirm password. Click OK. Click review plus create. Click create. Now come here, portal.h.com. So next we need a storage. Okay, let's click on storage. But actually we need a data warehouse. So tomorrow I will show you that. Click add. Resource group is this. Storage account name, Cloud Pandit. Okay, V2 store and the networking, all those things, in advanced tab, you need to turn on the hierarchical namespace. Click review plus create. Click create. Now let's go to the next tab. We will create the data factory here. Okay, so let's click on data factories to create the data factory. Click add data factories. So resource group is this, and the name of the data factory, Cloud Pandit ADF V2 1229. Git configuration, I'll just configure it later. Click review plus create. Click create. Okay. Now come here. Let's go to portal.h.com. So what else we need? Azure Key Vault. Okay, let's create the Azure Key Vault also quickly. Click add to create the Azure Key Vault. Resource group is this one. Come down. Azure Key Vault name Cloud Pandit AKV 1229. Access policies. Let's add the data factory here. It's managed identity Cloud Pandit ADF V2 1229. Yes, select this. Click select. Click add. Then click review plus create. It is doing the validation. Click create. Okay, so it is going to create. Let's go and check database is available or not. No, database is not available. Storage account, the storage account is ready. So this is what we need anyhow. So let's go to the storage account. Okay, so first we will prepare data. Okay, so we will keep some data, whatever data is required. Go to containers. See what is the data I'm going to use is, this is the data I'm going to keep it in my dimension first. Okay, this is the data I'm going to keep it in my dimension. Okay, otherwise what you can do, so yeah, I don't want to keep anything in my dimension. I will just, this is the new data. First time it's completely, it is going to insert. Next time onwards, it is going to look for the upsert. But in a single data flow, everything will be taken care. Okay. Now copy this. Yesterday we have seen in a different way. Today you will see in a different way. Okay. This is a customer's data. So everyday data will come and load it into this particular container. Okay. Inside this container, I'm going to upload my customer.csv. Okay. So how to do that? You just save this file. Otherwise, we'll do one thing. Just to take this data, okay, store it in this customers.csv. Customer.csv is available in a Cloud Pandit datasets, set -, comma, okay, comma separated set of CSV files. So cust ID, cust name, manager, city, start date is fine. All these things are fine. Spelling customer, spelling mistake. Where is spelling mistake? Customer. Which customer spelling mistake? Okay, in container. Okay, fine. So that's okay. We can just delete it and create. Customer. Okay, go inside this customer table and you come to CSV file. You see customer.csv file is having this. Okay, so now just to save this data. Now come here, just upload that CSV file. A customers.csv. One second. I'll just do those things later. Here. Okay, let's upload this. Okay, let's open this CSV file. We see okay, what data we have in it. Go to edit. So we have cust ID, cust name, manager, city, start date. Okay, we have 4 records. These are the new records, completely new records, because we don't have any records in our target. Okay, we'll see. So this is my source I have prepared. Okay, source is having customer ID, customer name, manager, city, start date. Okay, that's okay. Now let's go to the database. Go to resource. First we need to turn on the firewall. Click add client IP, turn on this and save it. It has saved. Just click OK. Come back. Take the server name. Go to this Azure Data Studio. Click on this to establish the new connection. This is the server name. Login name. I'll just give my username, password. Data name Cloud Pandit SQL DB. Click connect. Okay, so this is the database which we want to connect. Just click on new query. Okay, here I am now. Yeah, anyhow it is going to expand soon. So what I want to do, this is the new database which we have created. New server and database. So I want to create my dimension table here. So how to create dimension tables? For that I just prepared all the queries, everything. So here, create table dimension underscore cust surrogate key. So the surrogate key also I'm going to load, but actual from my data I will get this. In my actual transformation, I'm going to generate a surrogate key based on all this data, based on all the input which I'm receiving. I'm going to generate a surrogate key. Okay, next, once I generate the surrogate key, so I will load surrogate key, customer ID, customer name, manager, city, and the start date. So along with the start date, if you want to, let's say, whatever date is coming when this record came, you also want to understand when this record is updated in this particular system. So then you can, it's also recommended to take a update date, get date. A get date is the SQL function which is going to generate the date. You don't need to pass the date from the source to this particular update date column, but I actually you will get the date directly. So I think date time. Okay, so you will get the date, like the date will be generated for the data for this particular column will be generated automatically. Okay, Just let's create this, run it. Default constant. Okay, let's try to run it now. Correct syntax. Just a minute. So default date it is going to generate. Okay, this is how you need to write the query friends. Okay. So because previously I thought I don't want to include update column, but I just included. Okay. So for this particular column, we no need to pass any data. So yeah, because first thing you try to understand, SQL is a case insensitive, whether you are using small letter, capital letter, doesn't matter. So for this particular column, get date is a function which is going to generate the date, current date. It will give whenever you insert the data. So for that particular date, at that particular time, whatever date time you have, that will be inserted into that particular record. You see, get date function is going to give current date and time. Okay, fine. So now, what we need to do, let's go to, yeah, I have created my dimension table. I have my source data. Both are ready. But in my target table, in the select the star from dim underscore cost, do we have any data? Do we have any data in this? No, we don't have any data, but we have a surveyed key column, custody, custom manager, city, start date, and the updated date. Okay, all these dates we have. Now come here. Go to keyword, like keys. For the storage account, we need to go to the keys, go to access keys, show keys, copy this key, come here. Yeah, go to resource, click on secrets. You know, right? All these things, generate slash import. I can say this is ADLS key, and here you can paste that particular key and create it. The same way, come to database, go to connection strings, take this particular connection string, come here. So I just replace the password here. Now go to secret, click on generate slash import. Here I can say SQL connection string. Just to put the actual connection string and create it. Okay, I kept all the required things here. Let's go to the data factory, click on go to resource. Let's click author and monitor. Okay, now let's go to the manage tab. Now in this, let's click linked services. Before you create linked service, all these things what we need to do, we already know, right? So let's turn on the data flow debug first. Yeah, it will not take more than 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, linked services. Let's quickly create the linked services. I will just finish quickly. SQL database, select SQL database. Is a linked service. Is a SQL DB. Like keyword, we need to read it from the Azure keyword. Connection string, we need to read it from the Azure keyword. Let's create the linked service to Azure keyword. This is a ls for AKB. Subscription is this, and Azure keyword name is this, and test connection. Create it. Okay. So now let's give the secret name. What is the secret name? SQL connection string. SQL CS test connection. Create it. Okay. Okay, we have created the, just publish this, click publish. Let's create the linked service for data lake Gen2s. Continue. This is what ls for Azure data lake store Gen2 keys. Enter manually. I want to read the secret key from the Azure keyword. Select Azure keyword linked service. Secret name, you can see it ls key. And now the URL we need to form, but for that I need a storage name. Take the storage name from here and say https storage name .bfs.co.windows.net/. Let's test the connection. Connection successful, you can create it. Okay, now come here, other tab. Let's create dataset. New dataset for first my source. My source is Gen2 data lake Gen2. Select Gen2, click continue. CSV continue. First CSV, and you use this linked service and browse to the file, or you can just browse to the folders as well, but so we have a single file. Let's select that particular file, but you know how to use wildcard file paths, all those things. Select this, just click OK. Okay, let's click here, new data set. So now I need to create the target data set, that is my dimension, right? So SQL DB, click continue. This is BS4 is SQL DB, dim custom. So this is the linked service. Select the table because we already created the table. So this is the table, just select it, click OK. So I have both the things. So this is the incremental data. This is nothing but my target. Currently, I don't have any data in my target. Okay, just click on data plus, click new mapping data flow, click flow data flow. Yes, we are here. Click add source. Let's give here. Source. What is my source? It's a cust CSV file. I'm going to read it by using this particular data set. Okay, but now go to projection. You see your cust ID, cust name, manager, city, start date, all these things it is taking, but start date, all these things it is just taking in a wrong way. The reason is because our data flow debug is not turned on. So once it is turned on, so we can able to say input projection. Once again, check the file. So it is going to import the projections, but currently data flow debug is not available. Let's wait for 1 more minute so that it will be available, because we don't have any other parallel branches to do meanwhile until the data flow debug comes. Once data flow debug is available, we can just preview all the transformations one by one and we can build it. It's a small transformation today, right? Let's see, I think. Because when you just see this is import projection, it is disabled as the data flow debug is not up. So once this is turned on, see it is available. Just click on import projection. It is going to scan all the data. So if at all any new columns or new data, okay, whatever you have, everything, it will just fetch the data types, everything it will fetch correctly. You see here, start date is a timestamp, it is considered. City manager cust name is a string, but custard it is saying short, but I don't want it to be a short, at least it should be integer. So I'm just considering it as integer. Now come to data preview. Now click refresh to see the data. We have how many records we have? We have 4 records. See, this is the data I have. Okay, this is the data I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just click here. So I want to generate the hash value. So for that, you use the derived column. Okay, use the derived column. Okay. Now just come to data preview. Oh, sorry, not data preview. So this is the derived column. You can see there are multiple hash functions we have. Depends on your data, you need to use the hash functions. Okay. So MD5 hash value. So I'm going to generate a hash value using MD5 function. Okay. So here you need to give the new column name. What is the new column name? Go to dimension. So here the new column name, that my surrogate key column name should be cust underscore surr underscore key, right? Cust underscore surr underscore key you can give here. Then enter expression. How you want to calculate data for this column? Just click on open expression builder. I'll show you the different hash functions which we have. So even if you look at any Spark, SQL, anywhere you will have these hash functions. Okay, MD5. This is one of the hash function which is going to generate the hash values. Okay, it will return the string. Okay, one more thing that I need to check. Let's expand tables. By mistake, I think I have used yeah, correct. Yeah, fine. One second. The MD5. So you need to give the expression how you want to calculate based on what you want to calculate. This is the one of the hash function. Next, you have a SHGA 1, 2. So you can use any of this. Okay. So based on how many like bits you want to use to generate the hash value, you need to select these functions. But you can also use SHGA1, SHGA2, all these things if you have a very big data. Okay, like you have some billions of records, then you need to go for that. But if you have like medium records, then you can go with the MD5 as well. Okay, so MD5, so what you need to do in MD5 is, this is the only expression it will take. You see here, MD5 is going to take a just expression means you need to send how you want to generate the data. So I want to generate a data with the help of my customer ID, customer name, and manager, and start date, all those things. That's why I will use a concat function. Okay, concat function. So concat is required all string values, So in this concat function, what I'm saying, just concatenate my customer ID, customer name, manager, city, okay, city, and the start date. So what I'm doing, I'm asking just to append all this data. So let's say we have something like this. Okay, just to take a record. This is the example. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just saying just append all this data, something like this. So instead of generating only based on some name, so it is going to generate a hash value on this data because I just concatenating. So this is how I'm going to get a uniqueness of each record. So based on this data, I'm going to generate a unique value. A unique value I will generate. For that, we have a different functions. We have a different functions. Okay. But now if you look at the ID, like customer ID and the date, these are not a string. So you need to convert into string. So for that, we have a function called toString. Okay, toString you need to use. Okay, just put the cursor here and you can say toString. Just include it in the toString function. In the same way, the start date also you need to put it in the toString. Okay. See, now it will go, error is gone now. So this is how you are going to form the MD5. This is the expression. This is the expression. Okay. So how I'm generating the data. So you need to give some data to generate this hash value on the data. But my data will be something like this. Okay. So MD5 required only this particular thing. But if you go to any SHA hash functions, right? See now, if I go to SHA1, okay, A1 is also required only expression, but let's go to the SHA2. This is the advanced one. You see, it required like how big number you want to generate. SHA2. See here, it is saying numeric value. So how big you want? You want with the 256 bit, you want to generate the hash value, or you want to generate with so different values you have. Just keep the cursor here. You see it will allow 224, 256, 384, 512. So you can tell. So with how many bits you want to generate this particular see bit length, which can only be of value 0 to like 0, 256, 384, 512. So you can use any of this length here. Number you need to give. Okay. It doesn't matter what you are using. Let's say if you are using 256 here, and I'll just pass here same thing which we have passed. Not copied, I think previously. So this is the concat, right? Same concat. So if you want to use the hash, you just have to click save finish. That's all. Okay. But now, okay, let's do. So this is the keep this, click refresh to see the preview. Okay, we will preview the data, how the values are generating. See, surrogate key is something like this. MD5 is generating some value, something like this. This is how we are going to get the uniqueness. So like no value is going to match. If you generate surrogate key, it will give 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, but reality we will use this. Okay. Next, this is MD5 function we used. Now I will use SHA1. You can use the SHA1. Let's just say refresh once again. See, the length has increased. If you look at this, the length has increased. Okay. So further, let's go here. I'll say SHA2 required number, right? So I will say 512. So it's a very big number I'm going to generate. Now refresh once again. See, if you have more data, you need to generate a very big lengthy hash value. See how big I am just generating. So very big number I'm generating here. Okay, so depends on that, you need to go for this particular hash value. Okay, for now I'm just going with the MD5. Okay, click save and finish. Okay, so what it will do, just to come to data preview. Let's refresh this to see how the data is, whether we are getting the new column data or not. See here, so hash value is generated. Okay, if you see here, hash value, small hash values came here because you are using a MD5. Understood, friends? So these things, all the entire record I need to prepare for my upsert. Okay, just click here. So to make all the rows ready for upsert, use a alter row. Select upsert if everything, all the records, there is no filtering here. So all the records are eligible for my upsert, isn't it? So you need to use upsert if. But if you remember, yesterday we have done something delete if. So if the record is of ABD, so we have deleted, right? So if any other like any other country player we have in the data, so such type of records we deleted and we have loaded data, we have offset the data. So such type of things, if you have, you just click here and you can just use all these delete if, all those things. Okay, but these will execute on a order, so top to bottom. So you need to take it first, use delete if, then you use upsert if. Okay, now I'm using upsert if true. True means all the records are eligible for my upsert. All the records I need to compare with my target to check whether this record is a existing record. If it is existing record, upsert, like update it. If it is a new record, then insert it. Okay, that is what we are going to do. Is it clear to all of you, or any doubts, friends, in this? See here, upsert, how many records? Upsert is 4 records, and total records also you have 4. See, 1 2 3 4, which is symbol you have star and plus. Okay, if it is update, just star. If it is insert, plus. Okay, if it is a cross mark, means delete. Yesterday we have seen all those things. Now let's go to the sync. So I'll just put my sync here. So what my sync will do is, see, sync is dim cast. Okay, this is the dim cast. Alter row should pass to the sync, and data set. What is my data set? My data set is dim cast. Okay, this is fine. Now go to mappings, so uncheck this auto mapping, okay, you see here update date. So updated date, I don't want to pass anything, I will just leave it. Okay, but you see current underscore surrogate key is going to the current underscore surrogate key, custody is going to custody, custom is going to custom, manager is going to manager, city is going to city, start date is going to the start date. Okay, let's go to the data preview. Let's refresh this data, so to see whether data is going properly or not. It's a hash function. Okay, I will show you those things. Those are inbuilt functions. Okay, see, this is how I'm getting the data. Okay, I have all this data. Now, let's create a pipeline, move and transform, bring the, let's say PL SCD1, bring the data flow, use the existing data flow, click create. Okay, now come to settings. Let's select, yes, I selected already. I'm using auto resolve integration runtime to dispatch on Databricks cluster. So it's a single node cluster of computer, general purpose computers I will get, and cores is, head node is 4 cores and work nodes are 4. Let's click debug. Okay, let's go here and check. Meanwhile, select star from dimcast. Do you have any data? You don't have any data. Now the data is going to load. Let's see. Yes, job is created. Let's click on this to see what is happening here. So acquiring compute, refresh this. Still it is acquiring compute. Let's see. It is already success. Okay, it executed. Now we'll go here and let's run it and check. I think I created a linked service for another SQL server which I have. It is succeeded. Yeah, let's click on this to see. It is executed. Dimcast, it has written 4 columns. Let's refresh this, expand this, tables. Right click on this, click select top 1000. To which source we connected? Let's see. Come go to data flows, go to sync. Which data set we selected? Dimcast. Open this dimcast, open this connection we made for SQL connection, but the same database we connected. Pipeline is also success. Yeah, the reason is, see here, we are simply saying we prepared for the upsert, but we said here allow insert. Okay, but here everything is a upsert. So what you need to do when you have set it as a upsert, we need to turn on this. Okay, upsert. Okay, so upsert is based on what? Based on what you need to compare it. Based on the customer ID, I need to compare these particular records, and I need to, if the customer ID is matching, that record I will consider as a existing record. If the record is a new record, I'll just insert that. Okay, upsert we need to enable. We forgot to do that. Let's come here. Yeah, this will come. If you see such type of issue, come here and reset this particular mapping. Okay, go to data preview now. Just say once auto mapping, then disable, reset, come to data preview. Yes, okay, it is working right now. Refresh this, so it is working now. That's a temporary issue. Just go to mapping, and once you say auto mapping and turn off again auto mapping, so it will work. Okay, so we forgot to turn on this upsert. Okay, upsert we need to enable. So when we use alt row, what we need to do in settings, we need to turn on the upsert. Okay, so that is the reason why we are not able to see the data. Let's preview this data. Yes, this time also came, But previously data came, but only the problem is we are just allowing the insert. Okay, so here you are saying upsert, right? So but basically when you say upsert, data should be matched. You need to compare. That comparison, you like upsert, you have turned off here. Here you prepared for insert only, then here you need to keep the insert, then it will work. But here if you prepare all the records for upsert, if you say here upsert is turned off, then it will not write the data. Okay, when you turn on upsert, here also at sync side also you need to turn on the upsert. But you know, whenever you are deleting upsert update, you need to select the column. I just selected the column. This time we will be able to see the data. Okay, let's click debug. A job is created, it is running. Okay, if you look at here, the pipeline is succeeded. Okay, pipeline is succeeded. Now come here, do just this. You'll be able to see these 4 records. Okay, you got this 4 records, isn't it? You got this. Yeah, here also create, you'll get same records. Okay, you got the 4 records. Okay, now what we need to do? Let's go and we'll update some of the records. Okay, see, I'm just taking these 3 records. So in these 3 records, if you look at these 3 records, you see 1 Thiru and 12 20 10 10 10. So this is the record which is not changed at all, but it is coming once again. This is the record which is updated. So from Hyderabad to Bangalore, he has changed, and the date has changed from 12/21 to 12/29. Now Sai, Thomas, and Pune. So this complete, yeah, sorry. This is the 5th record which is completely new. But if you look at here 3 and 4, these are unchanged records. Now, when I run my process, I should be able to see this particular record should be deleted. Instead of that, I should replace this new record 2. 1 record anyhow it is same, so I will keep as is. 5th record is the new, so I will just load this particular 5th record into my dimension. Okay, let's take this data now. Go to our containers. In that CSV file, I will just update this data because next day some incremental data comes. That is the this is the new data. Okay. This is the new data. Okay, save it. I just saved it. Now come to data factory. Now I'm just debugging once again. Okay. Now you open Excel. I will tell you the reason. Whatever data you have as of now, just copy it. Okay, right click on this. Copy with headers. Come here and paste it here. Okay. So this is the data I have. So updated date, so all these records inserted at once. So that's why updated date is this, and start date is the date which we have passed. These are the surrogate keys generated. These are the first 4 rows inserted. Okay. Now second run is happening. So I think second run also finished now. Let me just query it on this table and we'll take this data and we'll compare. Okay. Just take this data now. Copy with headers. Paste it here. We'll see how the data has changed. Let's see the first row, the hash value, check it. Hash value is changed or same? Hash value is same. The reason is record is not changed anything. Record is same. Record is same. That's why. So it is just okay. It is coming just like this. Okay, now you see. Okay, hash value is same. But if you look at the hash value for 2 has changed. Hash value for value 2 has changed. The reason is the record 2 is updated. The record 2 is updated from Hyderabad to the Bangalore. That's why for customer IDs 2, the hash value has changed. Understood? The hash value has changed for customer ID 2. Next one is let's look at the 5th record. See, 3rd and 4th hash values are same because these are unchanged records. But if you look at the 5th one is the new record. That's why new hash value and complete record is new here. You understood this? Everybody's clear on this, friends? Quickly confirm, friends, because we need to do one more now.
Yes, Malaya.
Everybody's clear. Murali, Vinod, Nagaraj, Ramesh.
Yes, Malaya.
Nice, Sudhir Reddy. Everybody's clear? Fine. So now, so what I wanted to show you is, now you see, we have seen as of now like a derived column I am using to generate the hash value. Let's say I don't want a derived column like hash value. Anyhow, I want a surrogate key. Okay, I want a surrogate key. So I will tell you how to implement. For that, just let me just truncate entire data from my truncate table. Otherwise, let me just create a new table. Why do I need to confuse you? So with the same thing, with same things, okay, I'll say here. If I create a new table, the main problem is I need to create the new data sets, all those things. Let's not do that. And let's see something. Drop table dim underscore cust. You see, I'm just dropping this table. Can you just check select star from dim underscore cust? Do you have this table? Check it. It's invalid object. The reason is table is not available. Okay, you understood. Now I'm going to recreate this table. It's with the same values. So whether you want to take a varchar of 300, whatever you want to take, otherwise you want to use a begin, you can use a begin. No issue for this. Okay, click run it. Okay, this is the same thing, but now few things has changed. Okay, let's take the clone of this. Let's take the clone of this. Okay, my cust.csv I need to replace to my previous data, right? So this data I will put. Come here. Let's reset this. Now you understood my original data. First time, whatever records I have in my source, I'm just taking the source data and I'm trying to load it into my dimension. Currently, your dimension is empty. You check it. Select star from select star from dim underscore custom and run it. Okay, you don't have any data, you understood. So source you have 4 records. These 4 records I want to load it into the dimension. So for that, I just take the clone of this. So SCD1 with a surrogate key this time. With a surrogate key, I'm going to generate it. Okay. Now come here. So you just remove this, and instead of that, I'll just right click on this. I will use surrogate key. Where is surrogate key? Yes, here. Okay. Now you need to tell, so this surrogate key column name is, you need to give exact column name which you have given previously. Cust surrogate key. Okay. Column name I'm saying cust underscore surrogate key. So from where this value should start? So do you want to start value from 1 or you want to fix some number. So from this number you want to generate something like that. You have any requirement, you can just give that requirement. Okay, so let's say for easy understanding, I want to start from maybe 1 lakh. Okay, so from 1 lakh it should start giving the values. Okay, so yes, it's a 1 lakh. Okay, fine. 1 lakh onwards it is going to give 1 lakh 1, 1 lakh 2, something like that. So because I need to maintain some uniform number, okay, same length number I need to generate, that's why I'm just using this. Okay, fine. Now there's the, so now if we have 4 records, so first record will be a 1 lakh, next record will be 1 lakh 1, 1 lakh 2, something like that, it will go. Okay, now come to data preview. Let's check what you are passing. So this particular output you are passing to this surrogate key. Now what is the output of surrogate key? We'll check. Go to inspect and see. Here you see this particular key is like generated. You no need to change anything else. Okay, everything is same. Instead of hash value, we generated the surrogate key values. Now you see the surrogate key values are for first record it's a 1000, like 1 lakh 1 2 3. Okay, if you have given 1, so it will be 1 2 3 4. Yes, surrogate key is generated. This surrogate case with this, I will go to the, so I'm saying everything is update upsert if everything. So all the records I'm preparing for the upsert. Upsert if true means all the records, there is no condition. So everything is ready for the upsert. So let's preview the data in this alter row. 5 more minutes, friends. Okay, it will not take more time. Okay, see everything came here. So same thing, you are just here, go to settings and check yes upsert, and based on the customer ID, so data preview, just to preview it. Okay, this is all. Now let's come here, click pipeline, let's create a new pipeline. This pipeline is basically for PL SCD1 surrogate key. Let's use the data flow activity. Select this surrogate key data flow. Let's debug it. Okay, let's come here and check, do you have any data now? You don't have any data. Okay, we'll see whether it is going to insert new data or not. Querying compared number of transformations is 4 1 2 3 4. It is succeeded. Now come here, just execute this. You see 4 records came, but the surrogate key is now number. It's a number. Okay, just bring this data. Now just remove all these things and put it this. Sorry. Okay, now I have this data. Now let's try to update some records. Okay, so same records I'm going to pass it. You see here, first record without update, second record with update, fifth record is the new record. Okay, let's run the same data flow with this new data. Come here, just debug it. We'll see the difference. Okay, one problem you will see in this, I will tell you the problem. Just click on this. Oh, sorry, it is succeeded, right? Come here. Now run it. So take this data. Oh shit. We need to do something. We forgot to do that. Okay, 1 second. So what happened is surrogate key value. So surrogate key value, what we are doing? So we are saying always start from the 1 lakh. But first time when you load historical data, what happens? It will generate 1 lakh, 1, 2, 3. Now next time when you are doing incremental, again it is starting from 1 lakh, but this is wrong or wrong? It is wrong, right? So it's a completely wrong. So now what you need to do for this? Okay, so to avoid this particular issues, what you need to do is just come here, use the sync data set. Okay, in this, go to source. Instead of table, just fire a query. What kind of query you need to fire? Here you need to fire some query, something like this. Select max of current underscore surrogate underscore key as max value from, okay, as max value from dim underscore cust. Okay, you need to execute this. Okay, just say input projection. So now you'll get the max value. Input projection, any issue here? Max current surrogate key as max value from dim cust. This is correct only. So we'll see what is the problem. I need to find the query to get the max key from the dim underscore cust table. We'll see. Import schema failed. Invalid column. Oh, cust underscore, right? Cust underscore surrogate key. Run it. Yes, it is working. So spelling mistake. Now you just try to input projection. So you see now it is going to give you the max value that we have in a like in a dimension table. Okay, yes, it is projected. Now what I need to do, okay, what I need to do is this particular max value, I need to tell you, please start from the max value. Please start from the max value. Okay, but even if it is starting from the max value, we have a some challenges. What happens if the existing record is coming? If the existing record is coming, so what it is going to do, it is going to generate the new surrogate key. It is not going to keep the same surrogate key. So for that we need to use the exist. I think it is not going to work as we expected immediately, so I need to use the exist and other things. I think tomorrow we will see with surrogate key. Okay, it will take more time if I discuss now. Tomorrow we will discuss with the surrogate key, because now you see example, if I say here instead of max key, I can simply say start value
Malaya, if you use lookup on the target table, then we can achieve it.
yes, for that again it will take more time. That's what I'm just thinking. We will discuss these things tomorrow. Okay, yeah, you are right. So you can just look up onto the target table, or you can use the exists, whatever you want, anything you can able to do to achieve this. Okay, so we will see tomorrow, because now if I keep adding, I need to do in a hurry, so you will not be able to understand. It is very important concept. So anyhow, we already finished with hash key, but tomorrow we'll see with surrogate key. So surrogate key, when you are generating, we need to take care, because the reason is the surrogate key, it is going to generate the values from the from the value which you are passing. So you need to take care of those things. We will discuss those things tomorrow. Okay, thank you all. Thank you.